From thetraderguy.com, this is Chris taking a look at the euro against the US dollar. The euro did initially try to rally a bit during the session on Tuesday, but continues to struggle with the 50-day EMA, an indicator that a lot of traders will use for medium-term momentum. I also suggest now that maybe there is a downtrend line. We've had 3 or possibly 4 touches on the way down. And of course, the euro itself, I don't think isn't necessarily a weak currency. It's just not the US dollar. A lot of this comes down to the US dollar and how it's been behaving against almost everything. And of course, the euro is the closest approximation to the US dollar index that you can get without actually trading the US dollar index. So it all lines up quite nicely. At this point, I do think that the euro will go looking to the 1.15 level. And if it gets below there, 1.14 will be targeted where the 200-day EMA is. That is where the trend gets determined. Anything below there probably opens up a move to the 1.11 level and US dollar strength across the board. It won't just be here. So far, that's been the pattern since the FOMC meeting in September, when perhaps Jerome Powell wasn't as dovish as people thought he would be. And since then, there has been some doubts thrown into the idea of automatic interest rate cuts in December. So as long as that's the case, it does strengthen the US dollar, but there could be something a little more ominous going on out there. There could be a bit of a US dollar shortage in the bond markets, showing that as people are trying to borrow more money, eventually they have to pay more interest, and then they have to get out of their loans. Most of these loans or bonds are in US dollars, so it kind of perpetuates the cycle. This is a market that I think really doesn't get bullish until we break above 1.17. And even then, I probably am going to be waiting for a break above 1.18 to become a big buyer for a bigger move. As things stand right now, I just think we continue to fade rallies and just drift a bit lower.